Consume Productions coverage of the 2011 World Cup of Table Soccer presented by the International Table Soccer Federation continues as we again head down to the finals area for the championship match in the Women's World Cup. And there you see the two finalists. 8 teams started, just 2 remaining, Germany and Austria. And we are going to pick up action in the second game of the opening round match. Austria won the opening game, surprisingly, on the tech ball table. There you see on the right side of your screen in the forward position, that's Marina Tabakovic of Austria and her partner, Karen Schur. That goal. On the left, the familiar face of the world champion, Sandra Rompf, and her partner, an outstanding German player as well, Katrin Matsushita. We're underway here in game number 2. Sandra will set it up. Misfires here, and the rebound comes back to Marina Tabakovic. Marina will set up the snake shot. Shot attempt. Blocked. Rebound. Comes back the other way, where it's picked up by Karen Schur. Matsushita now. No score here in the second game. Austria won the first game on the German home table, which happened just before we came live. And now they're on their home table. And one thing about the Austrians, they are really good on Garlando. Of course, the United States, great on Tornado. The French, superior on Bonzini. And the Austrians are, without question, the strongest Garlando nation. And that includes the women. 2 very strong teams here this year in the final. Now one rolls away from Sandra, who will reset it. Take a look. Try to go back to the far side. Blocked away by Schur. And again, Tabakovic. But Sandra able to pick up the loose ball on her 5. It's the ITSF World Cup of Table Soccer, the women's final. I'm Jim Stevens, along with the Consume Productions team. Happy to be here to bring you the excitement of the world's most exciting table soccer event, the World Cup. What a weekend it has been here in Nantes once again. Marina will set it up and stroke it home, finding that hole down the middle. Watch here as Marina Tabakovic takes her time and finds that hole down the middle as Matsushita switched, bringing her near man in. 1-0 lead for Austria in games. They lead 1-0 here in game number 2. And they're the heavy favorites, certainly on the Garlando table. But this lady here can shoot the snake on any table, can't she? And she is a fighter, and of course, that's multi-world champion Sandra Rompf, as she rocks and finds the far side of the goal. And then explodes after the very first score here in game number 2. Marina Tabakovic able to pass this one along that near wall. And again, finding that same hole down the middle. So far, Matsushita certainly looking for the corners from Tabakovic, and she has found the center part of the goal on both occasions so far and has given her team a 2-1 lead here in game number 2. Nice save almost there by Matsushita. Picked up again by Marina. Tabakovic tried that same shot. This time Katrin was there to make the block and take it away. But if something's working, why not stick with it? She did so. It was a good shot, but Matsushita was there. However, Marina gets it back. Quick shot attempt, knocked down, comes back to her on the 5. You can see the differences in the table. Certainly the Garlando table has characteristics which are completely different from any other table. The inclined sidewalls, which the Austrian players use so well to their advantage. And of course, the corners as well. But it's a great shooting table from goalie, and it is a great snake shot shooting table as well. You'll see most of the Austrian players and most players, international multi-table players, shooting a snake shot on this table. Although the pull shot can be effective as well, and Tabakovic knocked that one off a man, off the wall and in. It happened quickly, folks, but have a look here as it was partially blocked by Matsushita. hit off the outside wall and simply bounced into the goal. The Austrians have surged ahead 3-1 here in game number 1. Tabakovic and Schur. And here's Karen. Again, the pull shot from goal can be deadly. The Garlando table, of course, a table which is very popular in most of Eastern Europe, certainly in Austria, as we've talked about. But it's also has some popularity in the United Kingdom as well. There are quite a few Garlando players. And that's one of the reasons I think that the great multi-table player Robert Atha is so good on the Garlando table. Certainly a player capable of winning a Garlando World Championship. Still 3-1 here in game number 2. The Austrians in control in somewhat surprising fashion. And really, that's all based on their steal of that opening game on the tech ball table. And that one down the middle by Matsushita. Katrin, such a talented player. The Germans produce some of the best lady players in the world, no question about it. And they really have also, at this point, probably produced the very best lady player, and that's her there on the left side in the forward position in Sandra Romp. This lady, Marina Tabakovic, has played very well so far. And she'll get another opportunity here. She sets it up, walks it, and strokes it impressively to that near side. This was the best shot of the match as she walked it, faked, and then caught Matsushita off the corner. It's 4-2. It is match point for Tabakovic and Schur. Next up would be singles. This format here for the ladies a little bit different than the men. Matches are still 2 games out of 3. Games are played to 5, of course. But on the schedule, when you look at it, there are only 4 matches scheduled. A doubles, a singles, a doubles, and a singles. First team to win 3, and Sandra able to find that near side. There is no quit in that great German player, and she has cut the lead now to 4-3. First team to win 3 matches. And as I said, they only schedule the 4. And we're going to get a timeout here. If it does go to a 5th and deciding match, 2 players who did not play singles, I believe is the rule, will play in that decider. Right now, though, the Austrians in control. There you see the coach, Bernhard Wagner. The German men watching. Right now, a little worried about their ladies. Watch here, though, as Sandra gives them something to cheer about as she finds the near side with a bit of a split on it to cut the lead to 1 at 4-3. And she'll now step back to the table, possession on her 3-rod with a chance to tie this second game up. Sandra Romp, shot attempt far side, blocked and taken away by Karen Schur. That shot up the table towards the goal and picked up by Marina. Tabakovic will set it up looking to win the match. From snake shot position, she'll step away and call timeout. You see the German ladies looking a little concerned at this point. Next up would be Natalie Jakob versus Melissa Mosser. Jakob, an outstanding German champion. Melissa Mosser, a veteran who has several world championships to her credit, mostly as a goalie. So that will be an interesting matchup in that second round singles. Here we go. Putting it back into play is Marina Tabakovic of Austria as she looks for a first match win and gets it. Great performance from Marina Tabakovic and Karen Schur of Austria as they steal the first game on tech ball and then play solid foosball in that second game to win the opening match for Austria. And Tabakovic really shooting it well. We'll now head across the arena to the tech ball table, the German home table, as we will open up the singles match. There you see Natalie Jakob. She's on the left. Melissa Mosser will be on the right, and we will indeed open up on the German table.
After each serve, you must wait for my goal. Yes. After each
So Natalie Jakob, the pressure on her right now as Germany is down 1-0. Natalie, a very, very strong tech ball player. Here we go. Melissa Mosser of Austria will put it into play on her 5 on the tech ball table. Mosser puts it into play, opening up the first game of the second round singles. Quick pass, quick shot, taken away by Natalie Jakob. Natalie steps back offensively, shooting the pin shot. Fires that one up the table, stabs it with the 5, and then stab back the other way. A hustle play there by Melissa Mosser, and she's up 1-0 here in game number 1. Over the years, the Austrians have proven themselves to be very smart players, very resourceful players who will take advantage of anything that they possibly can. And they do not beat themselves. They always play smart table soccer. And, of course, they won the 2006, the men did, won the 2006 World Cup. The ladies will play in a similar fashion, just very, very smart foosball. They're calling a jar here, and they're going to award it to Natalie Jakob on her 3-rod. She trails 1-0. Germany trails 1-0 as Natalie puts it into play and strokes it down the middle. Jakob has tied it at 1. And this is a very, very big game here for Germany. And knocked here into the goal by Jakob, who gets a hustle play of her own. It's 2-1. Jakob will once again look to score from goal. Banks it off the outside wall. Stabbed with a left hand by Melissa. Mosser will step back into the goalie position offensively and look to shoot. She does, firing that pull kick on goal. Jakob able to claim the rebound on her 5-rod. As Austrian coach Bernhard Wagner looks on. Jakob again. Again, trying that outside bank. Mosser there to take it away. And Melissa will set up the snake shot. Quick shot attempt taken away by Jakob. Still 2-1 here in game number 1 of this second round singles match. And off the outside wall successfully this time goes Natalie Jakob. She had attempted that 2 earlier times. It is certainly one of her strengths. Able to find that clean outside bank hole on this occasion. Natalie back in control here on her home table. Melissa got the first one. And since then, Jakob has scored the next 3, but Melissa able to come back with that front pin effort to the far side, cutting the lead to 1 at 3-2. It's Austria versus Germany for the 2011 Women's World Cup Championship. Jakob can increase her lead to 2 once again as she sets it up, walks it, and calls timeout. Next up in the third round for Germany, Asamania Kiraglu and Lily Andres will face Daniela Taubel and Sonja Miksch of Austria. 2 players that we have never seen before.
10 seconds left.
Of course, we're very familiar with Aussie and Lily.
5 seconds.
Leading 3-2, Natalie Jakob will put the ball back into play on her shooting rod. And Natalie going to shoot the snake shot here. Walking it. And then has it taken away by Melissa, who is a very, very good goalie. Won several world championships with Farina Rower, who was in the 5th position here today. Rather 4th position, of course, with the women. Jakob again. Walking it, taking a lot of time here, and stroking it home far side. That's a great possession by Natalie Jakob, who really took her time beautifully. Walked it, working the mouth of the goal, then exploded to the far side. And she has increased her lead to 4-2. Melissa able to pass it through. Quick shot far side. Blocked away. Natalie in possession of the ball. Rather Melissa here. Melissa fires that one on goal, and a nice save by Natalie Jakob. She's up 4-2 on her home table. Of course, Melissa's home table, the Garlando, of which she, as we mentioned, has several world championships. Oh, what a beautiful shot there by Jakob. That one bounced off the wall, and she simply powered it to that near side to win the opening game. Watch this. Comes off the wall. Oh, off a pin and in. That's a beauty. It's 1-0 in favor of Germany's Natalie Jakob. We move across the arena now to the Garlando table, the home table of the Austrians. Of course, if we go to a third game, it's played on both tables, alternating back and forth every 2 balls until someone wins by 2. And Melissa Mosser, certainly a favorite, I think, in this second round, and that means there's a pretty good chance we're going to see that third game. Melissa putting it into play. Goes along the wall. And comes back with a ripping push kick. It's 1-0. What a beautiful shot by Mosser.
Go.
Natalie Jakob putting it into play. Natalie can't hold on to the pass. It comes back to Melissa, firing that one on goal with a 5. And again, eventually Natalie there. Probably would be beneficial for Natalie to really take her time. She is inclined to do anyway. Sends that one up the near side. Melissa uses the left hand to send it back the other way. Natalie able to pick it up off the back wall. Jakob will look to tie here in game number 2. And she does shoot a snake, so that is a shot, of course, that works very well on the Garlando table. Melissa being aggressive offensively from goal. Garlando, as we mentioned, also a very good shooting table from the goalie position. That's why Melissa is back there looking. And she brings that one across on goal. Grabs the rebound with the 5. And comes back with a 5. Stroking it in with a left hand. It's 2-0.
Go.
Coach Osamania Kiriglu talking to the official about something.
Go.
2-0 lead for Jakob. Rather for Mosser. Jakob leading 1-0, and then Natalie's going to get a score off her 5. I believe it was a pass, but she sent it towards the goal with the left hand and in.
No.
2-1 now in favor of Melissa Mosser of Austria.
Go.
The Austrians leading 1-0. Jakob did hold on her home table here in the second match, the second round of singles. And down the middle goes Melissa again from goal. It's 3-1. Melissa Mosser generally, and that's probably why she's being used in singles, is going to get a couple of goals from her 2-rod. And obviously a very good right hand on that 3-rod as well.
Go.
Ball will be put into play by Jakob. Natalie can't connect. Comes back to Melissa, and look out here. Mosser fires that one up the table. Knocked backwards by Jakob and retrieved by Natalie in her goal area. Mosser looking to win this game on her home table and send this match to a third and final game here in this second round. And that one's going to hit off a man and roll in. It's 4-1. Not a big surprise. Melissa Mosser, obviously a very strong Garlando player. Part of what is obviously a very strong Austrian team. Great performance in that opening round match from Tabakovic and Schur, and especially Marina, who played so well in that forward position. Melissa Mosser, very, very strong singles player. And then when you know you've got Farina Rower out there at the anchor in that fourth position, you've got yourself a good team. And we know how good the Germans are, and one of the Germans, Natalie Jakob, has pulled herself back within 2. It's now 4-2. But Melissa's going to have a chance here to win game number 2. But first, a timeout. And a look at the finals area, the beautiful finals area here in Nantes. The World Cup does such a great job. The ITSF does such a great job with the World Cup, making it truly the world's elite event.
10 seconds.
The way it's presented, of course, the level of competition, the coverage.
5 seconds left.
It is truly an event different from any other in the world.
Time in.
Melissa will put the ball back into play, looking to tie this match up at a game apiece. Comes with that short side dink. She hit that long push kick earlier. Thought maybe Natalie would open that dink up, but to her credit, Jakob, a very smart player, did not. And she now has the ball in offensive position in the goalie area. Another shot on goal here, but Melissa's going to grab it on her 3 and come back with a rolling pull shot just like that. Melissa Mosser wins the second game as she brings it across and quickly comes back. Boy, she's got a great feel on that 3-rod, doesn't she? It's one game apiece. Game number 3 will start off on the tech ball table, Natalie Jakob's home table. And now it comes down to really just scoring a goal on the opponent's table. That oftentimes can be enough. You have to win by 2, so you've got to steal a ball, and sometimes more, of course, but at least 1 in order to win the match. Jakob will get the first scoring opportunity as she passes it through, sets up her snake shot. But taken away here by Mosser, who is a very scrappy, aggressive player. She really has the kind of style that lends to stealing on other tables. That one fired on goal. Then Melissa picks it up, steps into the forward position, and comes back with a rolling pull shot. And Melissa Mosser has broken through right off the bat here in game number 3 as she scores the very first point, and it comes on her opponent's table. Mosser up 1-0. Remember, the Austrians already up 1-0 against a German team that many expected to be at least in the final and probably the champion here this weekend, this year. To the Garlando table we go. Jakob needs to steal probably at least one of these back. Having a little bit of difficulty. Clock is running. Sends that one up the table. Natalie then able to grab it on her 5-rod and will look to pass. But can't connect here. Comes back to Melissa. Boy, she is an explosive player. Great 2-rod, great 3-rod. Very scrappy, very quick. And there's the 2-rod again as she finds the push shot hole. She's up 2-0 here in game number 3. This is a great matchup. Natalie Jakob, the great German player. Melissa Mosser, truly one of the Austrian legends when it comes to lady players. Melissa up 2-0, looking to shoot. Puts that one on goal. Boy, it's tough. Even when you get back into that goalie position, as Natalie Jakob did, the goalie is able to put a shot on goal just about every single time. Because of the narrowness of the man's foot, how big the lanes are. If Natalie gets back there defensively in that goal area, Melissa will at least put it on goal every time. And that puts a lot of pressure on the defender. Natalie hoping to put some pressure on Melissa here and steal one of these balls. That one sent towards the goal. Then Jakob able to pick it up off the back wall. Natalie. Takes her time. Tried to come near side. Melissa stayed home to make the block. Quick pull kick blocked back into the goal by Jakob. So indeed, she does steal one on the Garlando table. It's now 2-1. And back to Jakob's home table we go. So we're still on point here. Each player has stolen one ball on the opponent's table. Remember, we go back and forth every 2 points, every 2 goals until someone wins by 2. A 2-1 lead from Melissa Mosser. Jakob back on her comfortable home table. Melissa, though, always dangerous, puts that one on goal with the 5. Again, the Austrians play just a very smart brand of table soccer. That one banked off the inside wall and in by Jakob. It's 2-2. So Melissa also contributing from her 2-rod. Rather, Natalie, as Melissa has. Both ladies shooting the ball very well off their 2-rods. That one sent on goal with the 5-rod by Mosser. She usually will pick up a couple from her 2-rod, probably one from her 5, and a couple from her 3-rod during the course of a winning singles game. That's a great recipe to have if you're Melissa Mosser. But Jakob still right in the thick of this match. That ball's going to roll to a stop. Melissa will put it back into play. Angling that one on goal. Jakob again back there defensively. 2-2. Natalie Jakob. Bank or straight? I think she tried to squeeze that one up the middle. That one tried to hit off the inside wall. Mosser got a piece of it. Comes back to Jakob. Natalie. Shot down the middle, taken away, but then it spins to the 5 of Jakob, who will step into the forward position. Still 2-2 here in the 3rd game. We have one more ball here on tech ball before we will move back over to Garlando. Jakob will have an opportunity here to take the lead. Jakob, that ball gets away from her, rolls to Melissa on the 5-rod. Melissa fires it in with the 5. So a big play there as Natalie Jakob had possession on her 3-rod. And an opportunity perhaps to give herself the lead. But the ball got away from her. Melissa grabbed it. Took a lot of time. And then just fired it out to the middle of the table on that far side of the goal with her 5. That's a great play by the veteran Mosser. Back over to Garlando we go. Melissa Mosser now up 3-2. And if she gets both of these balls, Austria will have a 2-0 lead. But Jakob will have the first scoring opportunity. And again, Natalie needs to steal one of these. Really needs to now. And she understands the importance of it and calls timeout. Asamania Kiroglu.
15 seconds.
Coaching. Aussie, really one of the great ladies in all the world of table soccer. We've gotten to know her very well over the last several years and really admire her
5
on the
seconds.
table and off the table as well.
Time in.
Natalie Jakob will step back to the forward position and put the ball into play as she looks to tie this 3rd and final game up at 3. Jakob. Try to go out to that far side. That's a great switch and block by Mosser. Again, Melissa in doubles, primarily a goalie. But A good goalie oftentimes makes a really good singles player, and that's the case here, certainly. Shot attempt here, taken away by Jakob, who holds on to it and will set it up again. Not only getting some chances here, but again, she needs to score one of these two balls on Garlando. But again, Moser there to make the block up into the air and off the table. So Melissa will put it back into play in her goal area.
Reset.
And coming back with a pull shot here is Moser. Melissa started to hit over the other table. She got so excited, but we're staying here, and we've got a timeout. 4-2 lead for Melissa Moser. Here in game number 3, she's just a goal away from giving the Austrian ladies a 2-0 lead over Germany. That one towards the goal. Melissa again getting back there. Boy, what an impressive singles player she is. Moser puts that one on goal. Natalie keeps it out, sends it back the other way, stabs at it with a 3, then knocks it in with her 5. Melissa Moser in 3 games defeats Natalie Jakob, and the Austrian ladies have come out to claim the first 2 matches of this World Cup final. They lead 2 matches to nothing and need just one more to win the title. You can see it there. Natalie stabbed at it once, then again, and then unfortunately back into her own goal as the Austrians celebrate a second win. So we head to a third round. The Austrians again will be on the right, the Germans on the left. On the left side, of course, that's the coach of the German team as well. Osamania Kiraglu in the forward position. Lily Andres at goal. On the right side, it's Daniela Taubel at the forward position. Sonja Miksch at goal. 2 ladies that we're unfamiliar with. Have not, I don't think, ever seen them play. Very familiar with Kiraglu and Andres. And we're starting off on the German home table here, the tech ball. The Austrians leading 2 matches to nothing. Picked up here by Aussie. What a great ball handler she is. Sensational pin shooter. When she plays the goalie position, she is truly one of the best bankers in all of Germany. And finding the hole here. It's 1-0. Really took her time nicely here, didn't she? And then uses that far man to knock it in. That's a nice play by Aussie. Back comes Daniela Taubel. Daniela. See what she does here. Comes back with a push shot. Quick pin shot here. So she puts a couple of shots on goal, which is what the Austrians usually do on an unfamiliar table. They have a history of that, whether it's the men or the women. Massamania is going to angle this one up. German ladies, the very strong favorite in this opening game on their table, of course. Kiraglu walking it, tried to come near side, went wide of the goal. Rebound comes back to Andres. Lily tried to bank that one off the outside wall. Picked up again by Taubel. Quick shot far side. Andres again in possession. Off the inside wall, then back into the goal. Blocked there by Daniela Taubel. It's 1-1. Watch here. The bank shot would have been on goal, but Taubel got her 5-rod on it and knocked it back into Andres' goal. Aussie again can't connect through that near side. Picked up here by Sonja Miksch. Walked away and picked off here by Aussie. Kiraglu. Strokes it home. Aussie so good at taking her time and working that entire mouth of the goal, using her fakes to get players off of a hole. Very good at picking that middle as well. This is Daniela Taubel. Actually, we've got a switch. Sonia Miksch has moved to forward, and she's able to knock that one in. Watch here as she puts it on goal and in goal. As it went off Andres Mann, it's 2-2. A little bit of pressure on Kiraglu and Andres certainly here in this opening game. Extremely important for the German hopes. And Aussie's shot attempt near side. Blocked by Miksch, who is back there. And finding the hole here is Aussie. It's 3-2. Watch here. She took her time again beautifully. And then the stop, the angle, and the score. It's 3-2. Miksch can't hold on to that one. And then the pass by Osamania Kiraglu is caught on the 3-rod, set up. And stroked home near side. Osamania Kiraglu really putting on a clinic of how to shoot on a German table as she walks it beautifully and rips it home. Osamania Kiraglu, Lily Andres up 4-2 here in game one on their home table. But Sonia Miksch has that one blocked and taken away. Andres off the inside wall and in. It's 1-0. Great shot there by Lily. The previous one had been blocked, not this one. She just nailed it. Like that. In and out. It counts. It's 1-0 in favor of the Germans. As we again now head over to the Garlando table. Sonia Miksch will start in the forward position on the right side of your screen. Daniela Taubel at goal. So Aussie and Lily win the opening game on their home table. Now I think we'll get a real understanding of these two Austrian ladies' abilities as we move to their comfortable table, their home table. Aussie looking comfortable here, able to pass it through and quickly convert. So stealing a first ball on the opponent's home table. Osamania and Lily are now up 1-0 on Garlando. That long, steep angle there. Block. Comes back to Aussie. 5-rod attempt. Blocked back towards the goal. Picked off here by Andres. Shot down the middle on goal. One of the things that has made this German lady team so good over the last few years is that they do travel. You will see these ladies at a Garlando event occasionally or some of the other World Championship events. That one stroked in. Certainly they've been to Tornado as well. Watch here as Aussie has given her team a 2-0 lead on Garlando. That ankle pass caught by the middleman on the 3-rod up Sonia Miksch. Sets up a snake shot and strokes it home. Watch here. There's a lot of hole to shoot at on a Garlando table, and Sonia finds just a little piece of it in the corner. Osamania Kiraglu will put it into play on her 5. Can't hold on to that one. Grabbed here by Taubel. Shot down the middle on goal. Picked up here by Lily. Andres sets it up, strokes it home. It's 3-1. Watch here. She just nails it again, this time down the middle. 3-1 lead for the Germans. Stolen away here by Kiraglu. Germans certainly in control here in this third round as they attempt to get back in this Women's World Cup final. And it is match point for Osamania Kiraglu. and Lily Andres. Great performance by these two, and especially Aussie, who continues to shoot it well. Lily also having contributed a couple of big scores. She'll set up the pull shot again. It is a great two-rod pull shotting table. That one put on goal. Picked off here by Mix, who was moved back to goal. Sonia off the inside wall towards the goal. Picked up here by Andres. It's still match point. Strong performance here in this third round from those two ladies. Mix able to keep out the pull shot by Andres. And then return the favor with a pull shot of her own to the back of the goal. It's 4-2. Watch here as she gets it. Doesn't take much time. And drills it. Aussie with a quick pass attempt. Blocked away. Comes back to Mix again. Her pull shot. Comes back. It's another one on goal. And Andres able to pick up the loose ball. Next up, if we do get to the next round, and it appears we will, Sabina Steinlechner-Broza for the Germans. Verena Rohr, one of the all-time great lady players in international table soccer for the Austrians. Chance to put it away here for Aussie. And she does. A great performance by Osamania Kiriglo and Lily Andres as they defeat Sonia Mix and Daniela Tabel in 2 straight games to get Germany back in the match. They now trail 2-1 after that 2-0 victory. She really shot it well all match long, culminated and ended with that last effort to the far side. But stepping to the table now for the Austrians, truly one of the greats. A multi-world champion, a multi-table world champion. There she is with a hat on, the great Verena Rohr.
After each serve, you must wait for my goal.
A lady who is very good on every table, and she's very good on this one as well. And she will put it into play going up against Sabina Broza. Many of you know her as Sabina Steinlechner, but recent marriage to Bjorn Broza, the great German player. And Steinlechner, as we're calling her in the graphic there. We'll set it up, walk it, and stroke it home far side. It's 1-0. Sabina, a finalist in the women's singles competition, losing to her fellow countrywoman, Sandra Romp. Here's Rohr. Firing that one in. So Verena from goal ties it up at 1 here on the tech ball table. Watch here, just a basic pull shot, rather push shot to the far corner. Rohr looking to close it for Austria. And what a great closer she has proven to be over the years. Sabina able to knock that one into the near corner. She's back on top 2-1.
Go.
And you see it as it angled in off the 5. Quite simply, Sabina Steinlechner, Sabina Broza, if you will, must win this game. Must 100% win this game. Watch here as Rohr walks it and angles it in.
Go.
Because I'm not sure that Sabina is capable of beating Verena on the Garlando table. I'm sure she could, but perhaps once in every 10 games at best, because Verena Rohr extraordinarily strong on her home table. So that one again back into the goal. And Sabina's going to call timeout. It isn't pretty, it's lucky, but it counts. It's 3-2 in favor of Sabina Steinlechner.
15 seconds. 10 seconds. Time in. Go.
Farina Rower will put it back into play, trailing 3-2 here in the opening game on her opponent's home table. But Farina has certainly competed at international German-style tournaments in the past and is very good on the German tables. Although this one blocked and taken away by Sabina. Sabina will bring it over, set it up in pin position, and bank it in. Most of these German ladies, very good banking goalies. And Sabina really needed to win this game, and she has come out to get 4 of the first 6. Clean bank there.
No, no. Go.
Sabina Steinlechner, Broza. Taking a lot of time. And then again, the inside bank to win it. Great performance by Sabina Steinlechner in that first game. 2 of them from goal to close it out. The second one just as clean as the first. It's 1-0 in favor of the German, Sabina Steinlechner. Sabina Broza.
Go.
As we move over to the Garlando table, Farina Rower putting it into play. And this is a multi-world champion on this table. My guess is she has won double figures in world championships on this table. Counting all the different disciplines, the number that she has played. Sabina trying to keep the German hopes alive and send it down to one final 5th round. Farina Rower would love to close it here. And of course, this particular match has all the earmarks of probably going to a 3rd and final game. Still no score. You're in game 2. Sabina won the first game. And that one up the table and in. It's 1-0. German President Klaus Godesleben cheering that effort. Back comes Rower. And stroking it home is Farina Rower. Always the strength of her game is that 3-rod, that great snake that she possesses. It's 1-1.
Go.
This one off a man pass through. Sabina will set it up. She really needs to take advantage of every opportunity, and she has so far here on the Garlando table. But she fires this pin shot home.
Go.
She's back on top, 2-1. And that one fired just wide of the goal. Rebound comes back to Roar. She puts that one up the table and in. It's 2-2. Watch here as that one went off the man and then in.
Go.
And Farina able to steal it. Rower setting it up in snake shot position. Tried to come to that near corner. Taken away by Sabina, but taken right back by Farina. Farina Rower again for the lead. Tried to come again to the near side. Stabbed up the table with the 5 by Sabina. Farina able to step back there and again plant the push shot in the back of the goal. It's 3-2. We've seen this a few times now, haven't we?
Go.
Had long steep chip, and they're going to call a jar here and going to award it to the 5. If you're going to make that call, I think you got to give it to the 3-rod, or you don't make the call. Three-2 lead here in game 2 for Farina Rower of Austria. Sabina swings and misses on several rods. And the ball rolls to a dead stop. It'll be put back into play. Austria just a match away from the World Cup title. But when you look at the players that Austria has on their team, Marina Tabakovic, very impressive. Melissa Mosser, of course. This lady, Verena Rohr. And again, Verena able to stroke it home. She's up 4-2 and in control on her home table, as we do indeed appear headed to a third and final game in this match after that effort to the near side by Verena Rohr, who picks up this loose ball, pinning it nicely, setting it up, and stroking it home. Just like that, Verena Rohr of Austria wins game number 2 on her Garlando table. We'll move now to the multi-table format in game number 3 as she finds that near corner of the goal again, really getting it deep to that corner. Opening up here with the first ball on tech ball. Sabina putting it into play. Every ball matters now, and Verena Rohr able to steal it away. Looking to steal one early on the tech ball table, as her teammate Melissa Mosser did earlier on. She's going to get another chance here. Rohr strokes it home far side, and indeed, Verena Rohr, just as Melissa Mosser did in that earlier singles match, has come out to claim the first ball on her opponent's table. And we move back to the Garlando table with Rohr leading 1-0. Verena slides back there. Now watch out for the push shot. Sabina's not really made the adjustment. And again, that one just wide. The hole appeared to be there. Again, Verena able to get this one through. She'll set it up looking for a 2-0 lead. And she gets it. Boy, she really hits that near corner deep. It's 2-0. Watch here. Doesn't need much space on that near side, does she? Verena Rohr in control. It appears as though the Austrian women are in a great position to win the World Cup title. Ball picked up off the back wall here. Rohr for a 3-0 lead. Strokes it home. Watch it again, folks. It's like deja vu all over again. It's 3-0. Verena Rohr just killing the near corner on the Garlando table. She is up 3-0 as we now return to tech ball. And now it seems just a matter of time. Verena Rohr really on her game right now. That one on goal. Again, the hole appeared as if it might be there. Sabina really overplaying the corner and leaving about 3/4 of the goal wide open on that push shot. Off the outside wall and in. The bank shot continuing to be Sabina's best friend. This time off the outside wall, cleanly in. She has hit 3 beautiful banks in this match. The other 2 to the inside. It's 3-1. Verena Rohr, though, in great shape. Even if Sabina Steinlechner gets both of the balls on her home table, we still head over to Garlando with Verena having a chance to win it on that table. Sabina strokes it home far side. It's 3-2, and we head back over to Garlando. Oh, a big performance there on her home table by Sabina Steinlechner, Sabina Broza, as she gets both balls to cut the lead to 1. But we do return to Garlando now with Verena Rohr having an opportunity to win the match and win the World Cup title. If she can get both of these balls on her table, a table that she is arguably the very best in the world on, then she and Austria will be the 2011 Women's World Cup champions, and taken away here by Rohr. Verena has really worked that near corner. Let's see what she does here. Try to go back out to the far side, and Sabina guessed right, made the block, comes back to Rohr, who continues to work that push shot, and why not? It still looks like that hole is probably there. But Sabina making the adjustment here, takes it away, sends it back the other way. And Rohr again will set up the push shot. And find the hole. It's there. She knows it. She scores it again. And it is World Cup championship point for Austria. Watch here as she pushes. Sabina this time has just the left hand back there, but still just leaving too much of that far side of the goal. Marina Rohr as a championship point for Austria. As the ball is put into play by Sabina. Who angles that one in with a 5, cutting the lead to 1. It's 4-3, and we're heading back over to tech ball. Huge play there by Sabina as she simply angles this one in with the 5. Back to tech ball. It remains championship point, World Cup championship point for the Austrians. Rohr angles that one up and in, and there it is. The Austrian ladies celebrate as they win the 2011 Women's World Cup Championship in 4 matches. Congratulations to Bernhard Wagner and the entire Austrian team as they are the 2011 champions. Great job by them.